Hey everyone, it is late at night and I am Norman. As most of you know, I traded off the Auteur watch for a crazy sci-fi watch. Now back in the day, I was on a huge retro future sci-fi kick and I was constantly hunting for watches that looked like they were straight out of sci-fi movies. And I found some very interesting pieces and I still have all of them. They sit on my sci-fi shelf, which is right behind me. And if I had encountered this watch back in those days, I absolutely would have purchased one. And I would still own it to this day and probably wear it every now and then, because this watch is pretty wild. So the watch that I traded the Auteur watch for is the Cyberwatch. Unfortunately, the screen is not really compatible with the frame rate of my camera, so that's a problem. I may have to resort to getting screenshots of it when I do the full review of this watch. But tonight, I'm going to do some first impressions of it, and I'll do a wrist shot so you can see what it looks like when you're wearing it. So let's get started. This watch is so crazy. And at least in my readout on my camera, the frame rate of this display is not at all compatible with the frame rate of my camera. So we'll see when I go to edit this video, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be all flickering and crazy. I mean, that looks kind of like a synthwave video. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so when I do a full review of it, I'll probably have to get a whole bunch of screenshots of the different pages that you can scroll through and setting different things. But yeah, this is a dark gray metal case here. The brushing on it is so fitting. And just check that out. It has a circuit board on top. And what's cool is, check this out, when you hit this button, it lights up. But it only does it if the screen is off and then you hit this button. Although at the top of the hour, it blinks a few times. I mean, that just looks so cool. This definitely fits my old sci-fi criteria of something that looks like it came right out of a sci-fi movie. And the viewer who traded me this watch also included this strap, which is really sci-fi looking as well. I did take his advice and took the bracelet off and put this on the day that it arrived. However, this strap was kind of long, so I adjusted it down a few quote links. It was so long that it came around here and actually started working itself loose. So what's interesting about this strap is it's magnetic, which means you need to keep it away from your mechanical watches. But it was so long that this was kind of doing this and catching like that. And then where it bunches up, it would start to work loose. So I trimmed it down a bit and now it works just great. It attaches nice and solid, so I can wear it snug and this doesn't go anywhere. When I first tried to put it on, I thought maybe it went this way so that the extra tucked underneath, but with the magnets, there is just no way to work this tight when it's on your wrist. So you really have to wear it this way with the strap on the outside, and then it just kind of sticks like that. But yeah, this thing is super cool. It even tells the temperature. The beeps are pretty crazy. It doesn't do an hourly chime as far as I can tell. just the blinking lights at the top of the hour. It's crazy how bright this screen is, and these lights up here. Supposedly the battery in this, assuming it only takes one battery, is supposed to last about 2 to 3 years, which is pretty impressive. I have an LED watch, electronics, and that battery just drains. If you're pressing the button to display the time, it just sucks all the juice out of the battery. And when I say battery, I mean 2 batteries. Last time I had batteries in it, I think they lasted a month, because I had been wearing it for a few days, and yeah, it died. So if this lasts a few years, that would be pretty cool. Such a great watch. Alright, so I'm going to give you a wrist shot of this, and after I've spent a bit more time with it, I'll do a full review, and I'll get some photos of all the different screens as I'm setting different things on this watch, so that you can actually see what I'm looking at in that video. Alright, so in keeping with the retro future theme, I am wearing my Silver Wave tonight. I love this watch. So 1980s, so retro future. It's great. And I still have the day set to kanji because that just looks cooler. And nope, I have not set the date on it. It's fine. Alright, let me take this off, and we'll see what the Cyberwatch looks like when you're wearing it. And here is the Cyberwatch on my 7-inch wrist. My wrist is 55 millimeters wide. This strap is so easy to put on. You just slide that loop through to where you want it and slap the strap together there. And as you can see, I like wearing my watches pretty snug, and this strap isn't going anywhere. Being a driver style watch, this is kind of chunky. It definitely doesn't slip under cuffs or anything, but it's a fun sci-fi watch. Why would it want to? It has a cool setting where if you turn your wrist, it'll light up and show you the time. And that works fairly well. When I wore it the other day, I had it set to that. Sometimes it was kind of slow to turn on. Other times it just didn't really want to. But it's definitely easier having that turned on than pressing a button when you want to see the time. Yeah, this is an amazing watch. So cool. Man, now I may have to trade another one of my watches to the Watch Trade Challenge. We'll see. This is just so cool. There you have it, the absolutely phenomenal Cyberwatch. This thing is super cool. I absolutely love that circuit board on the top that you can see through the glass, and the way it lights up. And this thing really lights up. In fact, I fell asleep with it on my wrist about a week ago, and every hour it lights up. It actually woke my wife up because it was that bright. So I am not allowed to wear this while I'm sleeping again, which is probably a good idea. Probably should have taken it off. Thanks for watching.